Hello students, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to study the next topic of breathing and exchange, that is how the exchange of gases are occurring. Clear? So in the main site where the exchange of gases occur, again it's a very important question. Alveoli are the primary site for the exchange of the gases. So if they ask the question which is the primary site, answer will be alveoli. It is occurring between blood and tissue also. Okay, it is not only key here only, it is occurring between the blood and tissue also. Now, if you see how this exchange of gases is occurring, it is occurring by one method, that is by simple diffusion. And simple diffusion, it is actually depending upon three factors. First is concentration gradient or pressure gradient. Second is solubility of gases. And third is thickness of the membrane. These are the three important factors which will affect the rate of diffusion. If pressure gradient or concentration gradient is more, diffusion will be faster. If solubility is more, diffusion will be faster. But thickness should be less. Is it clear? If this is high, diffusion is faster. If solubility of gas is high, diffusion will be faster. And thickness of the membrane should be low, then only diffusion will be faster. So from this paragraph, three questions are clear. Now, we are discussing one by one. First factor, we were saying it is occurring by simple diffusion based on pressure or concentration gradient. So now see carefully, pressure gradient is because if you see air, we say it is a mixture of gases. And the pressure of the gas is 760 mmHg. And it is a mixture of gases. If we count oxygen and carbon dioxide, if we say, then oxygen, 21% of the oxygen is there. And what is the pressure exerted by oxygen in that entire mixture? What is the contribution? How will you calculate? 21% multiplied by 760, because total is 760 and oxygen percentage is 21. So I think so when you calculate, your answer will come round figure of 159. So this is the partial pressure of oxygen. So pressure contributed by individual gas. Individual gas is applying the pressure in the mixture of gases. Then we say that is known as partial pressure. Now, if you have to find the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the mixture of gases, you know carbon dioxide percentage is 0.04 percentage. So 0.04 divided by 100 multiplied by 760. You do the calculation, I'll do in front of you. See here, 0.04 multiplied by 760 and it is divided by 100. What is the answer coming? 0.3. Same is given here, 0.3. So this is the way you have to calculate the partial pressure of gases. Understood? So pressure contributed by individual gas in mixture is known as partial pressure. So I think so this question is also clear. And how will you represent? You will represent it by the symbol, that is partial pressure of oxygen this way, and for carbon dioxide you will write this way. We are discussing two main gases. Partial pressure of two gases are discussed here. If you see atmospheric air, I told you how to calculate. Now, when the air, in the air, oxygen contribution is 159. When it is reaching to alveoli, it is only 104. Please focus, it is only 104. Why it is less? Reason is some air is trapped in your conducting zone. Some air is trapped in the conducting zone. And I think so you know what is conducting zone? Conducting zone starts from the nostril to the initial bronchiole. That is your conducting zone. So up till there, your few airs are trapped. And that is nearly, we say it is an anatomical dead space, which contribute to nearly 150 ml of total tidal volume. Tidal volume, which is per breath, is 500 ml, in which anatomical dead space is contribution is 150 ml. And that is why the pressure is less in alveoli. Clear? And if you see after that, the blood which is reaching to the lungs, which obviously which blood will reach? Deoxygenated blood. In that, oxygen partial pressure is already very low. So we have created a gradient. Pressure gradient is there. As a result, oxygen diffuses from alveoli to the blood capillary, and as a result, the blood become oxygenated with the pressure of 95. Oxygen partial pressure is 95, reaching to the tissues, and tissues again diffusion will be there because in the tissue the partial pressure of oxygen is only 40. So gradient is there, and as a result from here it will be diffuse, and here also diffusion will be occurring. Understood? If you see this diagram, air inspired, focus the diagram carefully. In the alveoli air, you will find partial pressure of oxygen is 104. You can check the arrow carefully. Here, oxygen pressure is high, and the one which is coming here, if you see, the vein is having oxygen only 40, deoxygenated blood. So gradient is there, so oxygen is diffused here. And finally, oxygenated blood is carrying oxygen with 95 mm Hg pressure. So you have to learn in alveoli 104, deoxygenated blood is bringing 40 and oxygenated blood is carrying 95. Please learn this, okay? And tissue, obviously tissue area data will be the same for the deoxygenated blood data. This and this data will match. Clear beta, this and this data will match. But alveoli and oxygenated blood data will not match for the oxygen. So partial pressure of these gases in the atmospheric air and the two sides of diffusion. Which two sides? One is between the alveoli and blood capillary, and second is between the blood capillary and tissue. So I think so, I tried to make you learn also. Please remember these two datas you can learn, blood and tissue will be the same, but alveoli and oxygenated blood will not be same. Okay, deoxygenated blood and tissue will be same, but alveoli and oxygenated blood oxygen will not be same, carbon dioxide will be same. So first of all, this concept is clear. So you can see we have created a gradient, pressure gradient. As a result, air will be diffusing. Now second, if you see, second factor is solubility. Second factor is solubility. You know very well, solubility of carbon dioxide is 20 to 20 times higher than that of oxygen. Because solubility of carbon dioxide is higher, that is why the amount of carbon dioxide which can diffuse through the diffusion membrane per unit difference in the partial pressure is higher as compared to the oxygen. Diffusion membrane is the one, this three-layered membrane. Okay, this three-layered membrane, that is one is your alveolar wall, which is one cell thick. Another is your capillary endothelium. This is your endothelium. This is also one layer thick, and basement membrane between the two. So we will say here, see carefully, we will see diffusion membrane is made up of only three major layers. Which three major layers? Number one, squamous epithelium of alveoli, endothelium of capillaries, alveolar capillaries, and basement membrane between the two. So diffusion membrane is three-layered membrane. So once again, read this line, the amount of carbon dioxide which can diffuse through the diffusion membrane with per unit difference, okay, in the partial pressure, per unit difference, you can see here how the partial pressure difference is there. So diffusion will be of carbon dioxide will be much more higher as compared to that of oxygen. Please learn this. This is a statement question. Is it clear? This data number also, please learn it. The solubility of carbon dioxide is 20 to 20 times higher than that of oxygen. Diffusion membrane, I told you, area of diffusion should be very, very thin. Then only the diffusion rate will be high. So its total thickness is only less than a millimeter. Therefore, all these factors, pressure gradient, solubility, and thickness of membrane, all these factors which we have designed in such a way that they are favorable for diffusion of oxygen from alveoli to tissue and from carbon dioxide from tissue to alveoli. So I hope so in this video, main question area I try to focus it, please learn it properly. First important question is, which is the site of the primary site for gaseous exchange? Answer is alveoli. How does gaseous exchange occur? It occurs by simple diffusion. What are the three factors? I focused here three factors, in which two factors increase is favoring, but third factor, thickness of membrane decrease, will favor the exchange of the gases. Pressure gradient, you have to learn 4 things. First of all, atmospheric air, I told you how to calculate. Then you have to learn between the alveoli and deoxygenated blood, and between the tissue and oxygenated blood. Please learn whatever is given in deoxygenated blood, same will be in the tissue. Only you have to learn for the alveoli and oxygenated blood. There is difference. In the alveoli, oxygen is 104, and in the oxygenated blood, it becomes 95. Understood, beta? Carbon dioxide, it's easy. In the alveoli, obviously, it is 40. In the tissue, it is 45. Obviously, tissue 45, the deoxygenated blood also 45. And alveoli 40, same is in the oxygenated blood also, it is 40 only. So I think so this video, which I try to make you easy understand how to learn the exchange of gases, this video might be helpful for you. Thanks for watching.